Alright, welcome back to T2's Book Club. Today I'm going to talk to you about some books that I have. Some that I bought. Oh, I just finished reading The End of All Things. I'm not going to do a book review on it because it's pretty much just another book in the series of the last book, Human Division, that I read. So, if you read Old Man's War, this is the conclusion to that series. The Conclave and the Colonial Union, or whatever. It's a pretty good book. I'm just going to stick it on the shelf. It's not worth making a whole new video about. So I ordered some books. I think I ended up ordering like a $50 order and then another $50 order. And a couple of them are my dad's books for Christmas. I got them. But then this guy at work today brought a big box of books in for me to go through. He was just giving them away for free. So I started picking them out. And they're pretty old. And I figured I'd talk about those first. And this one, R.A. Salvatore, Pirate King. I mean, that seems pretty dope. I like One Piece. This is a Pirate King also. This is the guy that wrote the Drizzt Do'Urden books. I don't know how you're supposed to say Drizzt, but I don't know how else you would say it. D-R-I-Z-Z-T. I don't know. Somebody said I was pronouncing it wrong. Holy shit, there's a rose in it. What the F? Look at that. How flat. Is it a rose or some other kind of flower? Jeez. These books are so old, there was literally a spider crawling on one of them. Well, they're using it as a bookmark? What the heck? This is interesting. This looks like it was a former library book. I also like when people write in the margins because I want to see what people are up to. People are coming up with theories and shit and they write in the margins. Nobody ever writes in the margins much. So, this is probably the best one of the lot. It's Forgotten Realms, which is the, like the Dragonlance series. But I've never seen one like a hardcover. Forgotten Realms. It says Transitions 2 on it. I don't know if that means like this is the second book of some other series. If it is, I'll have to get the first part. And then we have John Grisham, The Brethren. Good lawyer book. I'd like to get into some John Grisham. I don't know if I'd like it, but it seems like something I might like. Lawyer shit. I think there's another one here. This is Runaway Jury. They got price tags on that one. Was $2. This one's $1. Retails $27. A good deal on these. These are all hardcovers, I think. Well, except this one. This one I didn't really care for, but I thought it was interesting, and it's got like a weird shiny cover. There was another one that had a cool cover that was about mermaids, but I didn't get it because I'm not a gay fag. These are like teen fiction for girls mostly. This is one of those weird vampire books that they spell vampire with a Y. And this is supposed to be like a Harry Potter school book or something, I guess, for vampires. It like says the handbook belongs to and you write your name in it. And then there's like these symbols and like pictures, so I thought that was interesting because I'm into this Hellier thing right now and there's occult shit maybe in it. I can glean some knowledge. Then there was also there's a dagger, it looked like an athame or something. Personal documentation. Fledgling, please complete the left side as soon as possible. Your name, date, physical observations, physical changes I've noted in the past year. Put a picture of yourself on it. What? There's this weird drawing. I don't know what this means. I thought I would check that out. I mean, since these were free, I figured it was worth taking and checking it out and see what was up with it. So that is interesting. And then there was another one similar to that. Yeah. Daddy's Girl. I don't know if this is like a young adult teen. It's about a law professor, and she has students, and they're always on the sex.com website. And man, it could be funny. I don't know. Figured I'd see what it was about. I don't know what the plot is, but figured I'd at least get one of these weird, like, young adult books that I'll actually like read and see if it was decent. And then I got this one, My Life with Jacqueline Kennedy. It's got like plastic that's coming off of it. But it has a real old musty smell to it. Usually I like the smell of old books, but this one's It's had some water damage. It's been in the basement, you can tell. I think this is the one that had the spider on it. Oh, it's got like a library. Oh, fuck. Somebody stole this from the library. No wonder they're giving it away for free. It's fucking crime. It's stolen goods. Alright. It's got some writing in it. Looks like lipstick or something, but it's not. So if you want to see what it was like back in 1958 or so, or 1960, you could get a little bit of info from this, maybe. Might be worth something, I don't know. And then this one, it's just a black book. Oh, it's got a title on the side. Superstition by Karen Robards. I don't know what it was about. It's hard to tell, but well, it might have said something in here that looked interesting. I don't know how old it is. I have no idea. It's just a book. Then we got this one. Classic Treasury of Animal Stories. This is like features stories and poems by Aesop, Hans Christian Andersen, L. Frank Baum, that's the Wizard of Oz guy, Lewis Carroll, Robert Frost, any other Brothers Grimm, Rudyard Kipling, Wadsworth, I guess that's the poem. It's got some drawings in it. Oh, there's a snake and a fox. Here's a coyote. Those are like stories about animals, but it also has pictures. I never see a lot of books with pictures. I don't know, it's free. Why not? Then I got Children of the Lamp. The Akhenaten Adventure. Isn't that something to do with aliens? The Akhenatans? So, when I was a kid, I read the 1001 Nights of Arabia? Arabian Tales of the 1001 Nights. It's the one where Aladdin comes from. Or Sinbad. And all those. So it's cool reading about like Muslim shit. Because they talk about like different kinds of money. Like talents and weird shit like that. And there's a lot of eunuchs, people getting their dicks cut off and shit. But because you'd have to read to understand that, like you don't know that your kid's reading about people getting their balls cut off. So you can kind of get away with it when you're a kid. This one doesn't seem that crazy. I would have kind of liked to reread 1001 Nights though, because it's pretty dope. This looks kind of similar. I don't know. Might be a little more modern. So then I got the books that I ordered. Some of them come in already. I've got a lot of them that are going to come in this month. The one I'm really waiting on for is the first book of Stephen King, The Mr. Mercedes. Because I want to watch the TV show, but I want to read the book first. And there's a trilogy. So, John Scalzi. That's the one I just showed you, the guy, the same guy who wrote that. It's called Lockin. And it is about a highly contagious virus makes its way across the globe. Unlucky 1% of the disease causes lock-in victims. This is where you get like trapped inside your own brain. Like you can see and smell and everything, all your senses work, but you can't move. You're locked into your own brain. So, so there's somebody that can borrow people's bodies that are locked into their bodies and like blame crimes on them or something. I don't know. Seems cool. Looks like it's barely used though. These books are in bad shape, but they're actually really good. We also have, oh yeah, Patrick Rothfuss. Name of the Wind. Somebody recommended me this. It might have been Amazon. Or maybe somebody in the chat recommended me. Or like when I bought something it recommended it. I don't know. I figured I'd try out this new author, Patrick Rothfuss. Everybody seems to think is good. I don't know if he wrote some other book that's popular. Oh, this guy. Another one. A new author. Brandon Sanderson. This one's called Mistborn. This is one of his first trilogies that supposedly made him popular. I don't know what it's about. But he writes these other books that are more recent. I don't think this is one. Well, it is. They're about superheroes. So if any of you are fans of the Boys, that it was on Amazon Prime, this is probably, I think, where they got the idea for The Boys. This guy that writes these superhero books. This shit really sticks to it. So this one's called Steelheart. Yeah, Steelheart's the first one of his superhero books. There's another one I'm waiting on. I forget what it's called. But it's like a different spin on superheroes. They call themselves epics or reckoners. Yeah, the reckoners is what this is called. But epics are what the superheroes are called. So I'm going to read these two books and get into Brandon Sanderson. It's going to be one of my new favorite authors, hopefully. So, then, last but not least, The Witcher. The book that inspired the game that inspired the TV series? Or is it a movie that's supposed to be better than Game of Thrones? The fight scene that's supposed to make Game of Thrones look like two guys fighting outside of a pub. I didn't like the game, but if I read the book, then I might like the game. I didn't like the game because you never regenerated your health, and the card game was really like, I didn't understand the rules at all. But if I read this book, maybe I will. And maybe I'll like it, and I'll try to play it again. I didn't play the first Witcher game at all. Or the second. What's it on, Witcher 3 right now? Yeah, I played Witcher 3, I think. I didn't get it. There was too many spells, too. You're a warrior, kind of. You're attacking shit, but then you also got like 50 spells you got to bind to stuff. And this little icon at the bottom of the book is in Rocket League on your antennas. Because like, I think it's the same company that made Witcher that made Rocket League. Or they're partners with them or something. I don't know. So that's pretty dope. I'm looking into getting some more books about stuff I like from TV shows. Like there's a bunch of Stargate books. And the Star Wars books might be good. And then, what was the other thing I watched? There's some other TV series that has like books based on it. And I might get into those and see if they're any good. Yeah, I don't know. They might be real shit. But that's my haul for today. When I get all the rest of the books, then I'll have enough to make another video, and I'll update you guys on those.